Okay, we are back at Kelsey Wishik's studio. Might be a little hard to hear us with the air conditioner on, but we're just going to show you some of the things that she has here. So, and then these are some of your stencils here that you use to make the metal pieces.
Yeah. It's kind of become an interactive process where I use the metal on paper as a stencil, and I use the paper as stencils for the metal. And now the paper thing has kind of become its own thing. So there's a real interplay with the processes that, you know, could entertain an artist for the rest of their lives, probably. And these are all parts I've kind of just started making myself pieces almost that I can just kind of play with and compose with, instead of trying to think everything out ahead of time.
Yeah.
I just have a lot of different approaches that I can take, and that's very freeing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll literally be just like on the floor, spinning things around,
Yeah.
orienting them to see how they'll work. This one I think is pretty much ready to go
Yeah.
and be assembled. I'll give it some space in between so it won't be so dense, but I think everything will sort of be there.
So how do you keep things organized as you're welding them with all these little pieces?
Oh, well, I'll be honest, I just don't. I can't. I will take a picture of this, though, and I'll kind of remember what its original composition is, but almost every single time it departs from its, you know, where I'm at. But I feel like studying something, it's to just really look at it and take it in, what qualities I really enjoy about it, and then I've been touched by that, so I can find that again in the sensibility that ends up coming through. So yeah, I'll access that picture that I took, but it'll always be a little different when it comes together, and I let that happen.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, sometimes I find something even better. Sometimes I will feel a little bit of a loss and like, oh, well, it wasn't quite that way, but I learned something through either process.
I guess that echoes the organic nature of the style.
Very much so, yeah.
Yeah, let's get another look at this. Yeah, I love these seed pod guys.
Yeah, I really do love building that way, and it's something that I can really control the result with. But yeah, I've kind of chosen to let go of some of that control to try some new things, and I can always get back to that.
This piece behind here is really interesting.
Yeah, this is a pretty large piece that was actually, I would say, maybe the first departure from those enclosed forms. So I had intended to make it completely plated and enclosed, and as I started building it, and as it was in process, I started to enjoy that space in between and how it gave kind of visibility to the process of its construction, and it was very much an experiment, and I would probably do things differently, but I wouldn't know those things until I built this piece. So it was a really learning work.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing your studio, Kelsey.
Absolutely, this is my my mess.
We love a messy studio. Means
Yeah.
means magic is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Well, thank you, and we would love to chat with you again sometime, and maybe come back for a visit. But for those of you who'd like to see more of Kelsey's work, she will be on view as part of our Elements exhibit at the Steffen Thomas Museum through November 7th. So if you'd like to come visit, just give us a call or send us an email and set up an appointment. We're doing that for safety measures, but we definitely want to see you. So come see us and Kelsey's work, and thank you for visiting with us today.